No, you're definitely, oh yeah, you weren't. Hi friends, welcome back to Kendall's Kitchen Live. Today we're doing omelets, because breakfast for dinner is my favorite, and I'm an adult, and I can eat breakfast for dinner if I want.
Yes.
I have Gina back with me.
Hello everyone.
She's going to be whipping stuff and flipping things, and she's totally comfortable and happy about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Like for sure.
Sure.
We're gonna be making two different types of omelets. We're gonna be doing like these really fluffy, super over whipped omelets that end up looking like pancakes, like they get real big in the pan, and I'm really excited to try that because I haven't actually made them yet, but I've watched a lot of videos of people making them. So I really want to try it.
Okay.
We'll all learn together, it's fine. And then we're gonna be making just traditional omelets, which like I know sounds like, oh my god, omelets, but so many people are like, no, it's just scrambled eggs. I can't do it. I can't fold and flip it. So we're gonna learn how to do that. It's actually way easier than you'd think. A lot of people get real scared at the idea of making omelets, but they're not that bad. So we're gonna start with prepping our veggies and stuff. So get a knife for both of us.
All right.
We're gonna use our Roma tomatoes as garnish at the end, so we're gonna dice these later, not right now. We're gonna try to get everything else done first. So we're going to cut our onion. We're gonna dice that as well. I like to cut off, sorry, I was about to cut off the wrong part. I like to cut off the top and not the roots. I know some people keep the nub at the top as their like base for it, but I like the roots because I think it's more stable. So I'm gonna do half and then you're gonna do half.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you the right way to dice an onion. Because there's a wrong way.
Oh. Didn't know that.
Will you peel the skin off of one side?
Yes.
You just peel off the top layer. Look at the scrap bucket out.
So the top layer, so just like the flaky, gross
well, there's also
layer,
yes, yeah,
but not. Okay, so that's kind of like almost like the top two layers are kind of flaky.
Yeah.
Gross. So once it starts like sweating and being wet, like
yes, then that's that's perfect.
Solid.
Okay, so yeah, we can see from here. That's not a big deal. So we're gonna take our onion. We've got half of it, right? We're gonna cut all the way down from the roots to the end in about, what'd you say? It's like quarter inch strips. Yeah. Just until you run out of onion. And you want it to go as far back to the roots as possible without cutting it off. So what we're doing, let me show the camera. So what we're doing is we're like making just these little strips, right? And we want to try and keep them roughly the same size just for consistency because it helps with one, presentation, and two, how it cooks and looks.
Okay.
And then from there, we're going to make sure we've got all of our little strips together. We're going to curl our fingertips in so that we don't accidentally cut off our fingertips, which people tend to do if they're doing this incorrectly. And we're going to just cut all the way down, and it makes perfect little onion dices. My dogs are playing in the background, so if you hear any squeaking, that's them. Or any like honking noises, because my dogs don't make dog noises. That's them, they're fine. And then you get just this nice, beautifully diced onion half. So I'm going to get us a bowl for the onions, and then you are going to dice the other half.
So what kind of onions do you use? So there's a bunch of different like types.
Right, so for cooking, we're cooking ours, like getting them hot and stuff.
Yeah.
Either white onions, yellow onions, or shallots are fine.
Okay.
If you're doing raw onions, like for topping, so you want it to go straight all the way down.
Oh, straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're doing a raw onion, typically purple is better. You don't really want to cut a purple onion, or cook a purple onion because it loses its like bite.
Oh, okay.
Good. So all the way across the onion? Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Have you ever diced an onion before?
I've never diced it this way. I like to do it the wrong way.
Yeah, this just makes it way easier and more consistent and keeps you from like fucking up the onion, messing up the onion. I need to get better about that. I'm sorry.
That's a bad word.
Anybody who watches this with their kids, I'll bleep that out. Good. So see how you kind of cut that one?
My parents watch this show.
I'm sorry, my grandma who's watching this too. I love you. Said a bad word. I meant messing up. That was my bad. So you want to keep it, yeah, good. Yep, and then you throw the root away. And see, you know you can touch it with your hand, right?
Well, yeah, but if it was all sharp and
Not on that side.
Okay.
So was that much easier?
It was.
I know.
I only cried a little bit. I feel like it only got me at like the very end. Like,
yeah,
I was
it got me at the end too.
then,
That's why when you were doing it, I like stepped away. Could not handle that.
What is it about onions that are so upsetting?
So, it's actually, I know the answer to this. It's not necessarily the onion, it's the blade that you're using.
Oh.
If you're using a dull blade, it doesn't cut the onion all the way through. Mm-hmm. And so it ends up kind of like sending out a distress signal. That's what this is the plant saying, please don't kill me. Because like if an animal is eating an onion in the wild, the onion doesn't want to be eaten, the animal bites into it and their teeth aren't super sharp. And so the onion will let out this and it'll annoy the animal and then they'll run off. So if you have a sharp blade, it tends to not happen as much. And as you can tell, my blades are not terribly sharp because I've used them a lot and I don't sharpen them as much as I should.
So, according to the internet,
that's what I learned.
Amino acid sulfoxides form sulfenic acid after you slice into an onion. Enzymes that were kept separate are now free to mix with the sulfenic acids to produce propanethyl S oxide, a volatile sulfur compound that wafts upwards towards your eyes.
It's just a voice off screen talking.
With water in your tears to form sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid burns, stimulating your eyes to release more tears to wash the irritant away. So, there's a bunch of chemicals in an onion, and when you mush it all up and cut it, those combine to make this thing that combines with the water in your eyes to fucking burn. Effing burn. Freaking burn.
Stop swearing on my show! Sorry, I did the first one. Yeah, so I was always taught that the sharpness of your blade will prevent that from happening.
Okay.
Fun fact. Okay, so now for the, thank you baby, that was a very good fun fact. Now for the bell pepper, I cut it in half, which means you're gonna do this half.
Yay!
And I cut it into strips, and I'm just dicing up those strips, and then we're gonna throw them into our veggie bowl.
So, this might be like a silly question.
Yes.
But bell peppers are not spicy.
No.
And I know that in jalapenos, it's the seeds that are spicy.
Yes.
Or bell pepper seeds at all spicy.
No.
Okay.
Like, you could tell that it's a pepper, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's like a sweet pepper. It's not like a hot pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the seeds aren't spicy. They're just, like, the texture when you cook them is weird. So flip it the other way. There you go. Yeah.
Gotta get it on its...
It's okay. I mean, you're going to cut it all the way through. So with a chef's knife, with what you're using, you want to start at the tip and roll all the way down.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, wow, that...
And curl your fingers in, because you're going to, like, take off a fingertip.
That's so easy.
That's why the blade is curved.
What?
Makes it easier to... What you're doing right now is called julienne. You're julienning a vegetable. Use your fingertip. No.
No.
Because see how this is inconsistent? It's not... I mean, it doesn't really matter because the thickness is fine. No, the thickness is fine. But you don't want to just mash your blade down. You want to roll your fingers in and go like that.
Okay.
One day you're going to take off a fingertip and then call me and be like, Kendall, you were right. I should have listened to you. Ah! So tip for anybody who's cooking at home right now. When you're cooking a vegetable, cutting anything really, roll your fingers in and slice that way, or else you're going to take off a tip and it's going to not be a good day. You're saying it's just the tip.
The microphone can pick up. So
I think it's a really good microphone, so.
Oh, so this is really I never knew that about like chef's knives. I use them all the time. I'm just like, it's a saw.
Yeah, it's not. If you're ever going to do a sawing motion, it's typically going to be with a bread knife, and that's because it's serrated, and also that's to prevent it from squishing the bread. So that sawing motion in a knife is to keep the stability of whatever the thing is that you're cutting. Since typically we use chef's knives for firmer things, and also things that like you need to go fast and hard with, like that. Mm-hmm. We do that rolling motion. All right, so we'll toss these in here. And then we'll start cutting up mushrooms.
Yay.
so for our mushrooms, we're going to take off the stem because that's gross. And we're also going to dice these. So we're going to cut them all the way down. See how I curled my fingers in?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to chop them up. And we're going to put them in a different bowl because we're going to sweat the mushrooms first.
We're gonna sweat on the mushrooms first?
No, we're going to sweat the mushrooms. So that means we're going to semi-cook them.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to continue cooking them in the pan with the eggs when we put them in.
Mm-hmm.
But mushrooms take a little bit longer to cook. And believe it or not, like even though they feel kind of firm and spongy, there's a lot of moisture in these that we don't want added to the eggs.
Okay.
Because it'll make it kind of soupy. And we don't want to do that. So we're going to treat them separately. In fact, we're going to cook those before we start cooking anything else. So go ahead and dice just like I showed you.
Yeah.
I will help you. Don't worry. You don't have to do this on your own. You're not my like kitchen slave. I promise. I'm not going to be like, hey, you need to do all of the prep work, and I'm going to stand here and watch. Some of my friends that I bring on this show are like, so do you do anything when I'm here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. You're just focusing on things. You can't see me running around. Like when I had Josh on the show, like every episode he's ever been in, he's like, sometimes I feel like you're asking me to be on the show so that I do the work and you talk to the camera. And I'm like, no, you watch the episode. I'm doing stuff behind you. I think there was like one instance, and I think it was the chicken nugget episode, where I'm like standing in the background, but that's because like you can't do anything when your stuff is in the fryer. You just have to watch it.
So fun fact, did you know it's practically impossible to overcook mushrooms?
Impossible to overcook, you say?
Okay, now you can just burn them,
Oh.
but it is, mushrooms have, mushroom cell walls are made of a polymer called chitin that, unlike pectin in most other vegetables, and I don't know what meat is made out of, but unlike most other foods, it's
You mean
very,
protein? Oh, sorry.
Protein is not what the cell walls are made out of.
Oh, yeah.
But,
well, meat doesn't have cell walls.
yes, it does.
No,
Yes, it does.
that's not what biology told me.
Anyway.
We have, no wait.
Mitochondria.
Well, yeah, but so do plants. This is clearly not a science show. I'm sorry, baby, keep going. Hey, do you want to come on screen while you're telling us these fun facts instead of just being a voice, like,
Now I'm good.
disembodied
Now I'm good.
in my kitchen?
Now I'm good. But yeah, so chitin is very, very heat stable, and so you could literally take a mushroom and leave it in the pan for like an hour or two, and it would be just as good if you cooked it for 15 minutes.
That's so strange.
That's kind of cool, though.
I like them. What kind of mushrooms are these?
These are, shoot, I looked at them. They're like the standard ones.
Portobello?
No, because those are the huge ones. These are the
Portobello.
You know which ones I'm talking about, right?
Actually, I don't. I always thought these were portobellos.
No, portobello mushrooms are the big ones.
I thought these were like baby portobellos. Like they start off really small and then obviously they get really big, and I realized this is like a different type of. Can you eat these raw?
Oh, okay, you're right. Animal cells do not have cell walls.
Yeah, I told you.
How do you remember that?
Because I really liked biology. That was like I started off studying biology in college, and then my advisor was like, no, do other things. And I was like, oh, okay. Not because I wasn't doing well. I was doing really well in biology. In fact, all my professors were like, Kendall, will you please stay? And I was like, my advisor said no, sorry. Okay, so we're going to start getting our mushrooms in the pan now that we've prepped everything.
All right.
I've got it on medium heat. We're going to get the oil just a little bit hot, but we don't want much. Because again, we're trying to sweat them.
Okay.
So we want enough to like be a heat agent, but not so much that it like fries them, because that's not what we're going for.
Okay. Okay.
So I poured a bit of oil in here. I spread it out so it's real thin. And when it gets a little toasty, we'll throw those bad boys in there.
All right.
And like wang jangle them up a bit. So till then, while that's getting hot, we're going to dice meat. I have ham and I have turkey because they're both good. So you've got half, I've got half. We're going to cut it all the way through.
Hey Gina,
And dice it.
Yes.
why did the cowboy get a dachshund?
This one's
A Dachshund?
A dachshund.
those tiny wiener dogs.
Because Dachshunds also like to ride horses.
Because he wanted to get a long little doggy.
Get it? That's pretty funny.
I know.
Hey, why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
Oh! I think I've heard this. Is it something about them being chicken sedans?
Yeah, because if they had 4, they'd be a chicken sedan.
Wait, do chicken coops really only have 2 doors?
No, it depends on the type of chicken coop. Mostly they have like doggy door open flaps.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Chickens are rude. Chickens are like the rudest animal.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, I don't know. So, my family has a ranch, right? And we have like goats and cattle and stuff on it. Well, this last time Josh and I went there, we were just driving through the property. These goats or not goats, these cows, these giant cows are like in the middle of the like dirt road and stuff that we're driving through, and we have a large SUV. And these cows just stood there and stared us straight in the face, and we're like, no, I'm not gonna move. I don't feel like it. And Josh is like honking on the horn and like sticking his head out the window, and Pixel is barking, and these cows are like, no, this is my place to stand. So cows might be more rude than chickens.
Cows just know their worth.
They do. They know that they're tasty. I mean, I feel like chickens know that they're tasty too, but I've been around chickens and I've been around cows, and cows are definitely smarter than chickens. Alright, we're gonna do just a little bit of salt and pepper in here. And a little bit of paprika.
Looks good.
The food looks like food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mix up everything, and we're gonna wait until we start to see moisture in the pan. So if you notice, the pan is completely dry.
It is.
The oil that was left in there got absorbed by these little guys because mushrooms are sponges. And we're gonna try and get the moisture that's in them out.
Okay. Sounds like
So-
a plan.
So we're gonna start whipping up some eggs.
Oh. Oh, these eggs are so cute.
You're adorable.
They're really small. So small.
Alright, we're gonna let that sit in there. Will you crack 6 eggs into this? And
Yes.
you can put the shells back in.
Okay.
Honey, what are you eating? Hey, let me watch her, make sure she doesn't eat well.
So.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel bad because I was literally just about to brag about how I don't have any shells in here. And now I'm over here like
Picking shells out?
picking shells out. Oh.
Hey, that's okay.
That was doing so good. Okay, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 is pretty solid. That's
Yeah.
like a 60%?
I mean, yes. It's like a D.
It's like a D. And D's degree. D.
No, C's get degrees. D's have to retake the class until they get the credit.
Dang it.
You were close, though. If you get one more right, then it's a C.
Alright. I'm just gonna
C's
get.
get degrees. D's are on their knees.
A.
Just thought that.
Okay.
You're so clever, baby.
Alright.
You know what might help is if you crack it on the counter. That's what I tend to do.
But doesn't yolk get on the counter?
Or if you crack it and move fast. So what I do, I crack and I pop it and it goes real fast. I am still not very good at the one-handed, so Jerry, if you're watching, you're way better than I am, and thank you for cooking with me in the past.
Okay, that is.
Button
that
mushrooms?
is
Oh!
6.
Sorry, I have a commenter. No, I don't think they're button mushrooms. I know what they're called. The name is just not immediately coming to me. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm saying that out loud, they probably are button mushrooms. So thank you for that. I've had the worst brain farts all week because I've not really been getting super good sleep because I don't know if you guys know this. I have a puppy, and puppies don't like to sleep when you want them to. And so I'll have that thing where a word is in my head and I'm like, like that thing with that person, and everyone around me is like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So it's that. So you're probably right, they probably are button mushrooms. That's what they look like. Thank you, commenter. So now you'll notice there's moisture in the pan because it came from the mushrooms. So that's what I mean when I say we sweat the mushrooms. We get all that stuff out of them.
It's like a brown liquid. It's almost like a caramel liquid
so
looking thing.
have you ever had a steak with like a brown sauce?
Yeah.
They use this and beef stock as the base for that.
Okay.
Yeah, and red wine.
That sounds good.
Yeah, oh gosh, it's amazing. Yeah, those are typically the base for like a steak red sauce that you'll get at like a real fancy restaurant. Because that, and then they keep some of the mushrooms in it, and a lot of times they'll use thyme and rosemary and pepper, and then red wine beef stock.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes even the drippings from the steak, depending on what kind of cut it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll thicken it up with either flour, cream, or cornstarch. And that's it. Sauce is like super easy. I don't know why so many people are so afraid of making a sauce. It's way easier than you'd think. See, I know you look real scared about it, but it's really not that bad. All right, so now that these are tender, where's my slatted? I use my slatted spoon to get them out because we don't want this moisture in, or else the eggs are gonna cook weird and get all soupy. So I'm gonna move them off. Anything with a mushroom in it that's like this, so if you're making like a quiche, you'd want to sweat the mushrooms first, or else it's gonna be a weird consistency. If you're making a sauce, you want to save all of that delicious, delicious mushroom juice. A lot of soup bases also use mushroom juice.
Okay.
And it's really good. Actually, a lot of Asian dishes use mushroom juice as the base for it because mushrooms are really umami. And
Or really what?
umami?
Oh.
The
flavor.
other flavor.
Yeah.
The flavor that doesn't start with an S and makes me mad. Because all the other flavors start with an S.
Wait, so it's sweet, savory,
Salty,
salty, sour.
and umami.
What about spicy? Does that count?
I think spicy is one. Actually, again, I'm having so many brain farts. So if you say it with confidence, I'm gonna believe you. That's like the level of tired that I am. I have two big things in here. Will you grab me a paper towel?
Yeah. They're over here.
Watch out, it's hot. Alright, so now that we've got that there, it's okay, it's just the water. We're gonna make normal ones first.
Alright.
And then we're gonna make those super, super whipped ones. So, we've got our eggs.
Okay.
We have 6 in here. We're gonna do a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of paprika, and a little bit of oregano, because we want that breakfast flavor in here. And oregano is used in a lot of like breakfast sausages.
Okay.
We'll get that really nice breakfast feel to it.
Okay.
It's your job to whip them. Here you go. So what we want to do, how I like to do it, is I break up the yolk first.
Okay.
So that it just makes it easier. And then keep the bowl slightly tilted. You want to hold it like it's a paintbrush. And you're doing mostly wrist motion. I know we've worked on this before.
Yeah.
So mostly wrist motion, whipping in like a slight diagonal until they're all combined. So if you hold, and I know we were working on this before the show, if you hold the bowl like a baby, it tends to help. Yep, just like that. And keep it just a little bit tilted.
I don't know how
And
to
then-
support the bull's neck.
And then real fast, like a paintbrush. So move with your wrist, not with your shoulder. So like, have you ever played a Cooking Mama on the Wii?
No.
Okay. Have you ever played any Wii games?
No. I played Mario Party. I use the Pro Controller a lot because
You don't like the
stick. Because I'm not.
Never
good
mind.
at skating.
You have no frame of reference then. I'm so sorry. You're doing a very good job though. But you'll
I
notice
was
if
skating
you
with a
keep.
paintbrush.
Hey,
Yeah.
good. You'll notice in a little bit if you keep this motion up that your shoulder's gonna start hurting real bad. Because you're like tensing right there and you're using that
So
muscle.
you just gotta relax.
Yeah, but you wanna like see how your wrist is. You wanna move it with your wrist.
Like it feels like such a grandiose like movement for my
Can I show you?
wrist.
So
Like, I don't know how you get your wrist
if we
to
hold
like.
it right here and we just go real fast. So see how it's my wrist that's moving?
Yeah.
That muscle's gonna be tense because you're holding your arm. You're not made of jello.
I know. It's a lot. It's a lot with the.
Alright, so we've got our eggs nice and combined. The reason why I tend to whip these, for anyone who's watched the show and has seen how I do scrambled eggs, the reason why I like to do omelets with a whip instead of a fork like I do with scrambled eggs is because we want to get the whites all combined.
Okay.
Yes. Are there people in the chat? Hey! Aw. Wait, what? There's so many people
there
in the
a
chat
delay?
right now. Yeah, there is.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, hi everybody who's watching. Hi, my dad and Miss Peggy and my boyfriend. Thanks for watching the show, you guys. Also, thank you, Josh, for giving me that heads up about there are people in the chat. I appreciate that. Hey, so everybody watching, and Gina, because you're here, I get to announce this to you as well. My super amazing uncle, and if he's watching, thank you, Uncle Jerry, got me a broadcaster, which means I'm going to be able to not just have a single camera setup anymore. It's so exciting.
Whoa!
I know, and I have a really great friend. My friend Nick has kindly offered to camera work for me, which is also really cool. So I'm gonna have like an actual person like getting real shots. So hopefully in the next week or so, we're not gonna have that single camera setup anymore, which means I'll actually be able to look at the chat while I'm cooking instead of just being like, la la la, there are no people here.
Yeah.
Because there definitely are. So thank you, Uncle Jerry, for buying me the broadcaster. Thank you, Nick, for offering to be my cameraman. Thanks everyone watching, because I do this for you. I do this for everybody who is like, I don't like whipping things, it's scary. So I do this for you as well. Okay, so we've got it in the pan. I put just the same amount of oil and I kind of wiped it around as I did with the mushrooms, because we don't want a lot. Not scrambled eggs, so we don't want to like fry them and make it crazy. We want to get it cooked on the bottom, fold it like a burrito, cook it on the top. Boyfriend. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle in just a little bit, and then you're going to sprinkle in just a little bit. Okay. So there's two different ways to fold an omelet. You can either fold it all the way in half, or you can do like a tri-fold like a burrito. So we're going to do, for this one, we're going to fold it twice, which means we're only going to put stuff right in the middle. Because if we put stuff anywhere else, it's going to overflow, and folding is going to be real, real hard.
Okay.
So we're going to take our mushrooms and just do just a teeny little bit. Now, I like to put it in while the eggs are still soft and gooey. That way it cooks into the omelet instead of just being like free-floating. Okay. So that's about as much of these things as we want. So will you put in onions and bell peppers?
Yes.
Just right in the middle, like a line.
Just like a line right down the middle.
Yeah, perfect. You're doing a good job. You can do a little bit more of those. Yeah. And then let's get some onion in there.
So if this is a 6-egg omelet, is that enough for like?
It'll feed like 2 people. Yeah.
Okay.
So when we fold it and cook it all the way through, we're gonna cut it in half, and 1/2 will be a serving per person.
Okay.
And then I think I put my cheese in the fridge, which means I'm sorry, camera, you're about to get disturbed real fast. But hopefully not for very much longer. I'm so excited having a camera person and a broadcaster. Okay, sorry everyone, it's about to move. Because I'm a big dummy and I mount my camera on my refrigerator.
Ah, it's fine.
Alright, I've got mild cheddar cheese because that's a pretty neutral cheese. Same thing, you're gonna just sprinkle it straight down the middle.
Alright. Just get like a little bit.
You can put as much as you want. I like a lot of cheese on my omelets.
A lot of cheese it is.
But you can put however much you want. So by this time you should be noticing that the edges of your omelet are starting to cook a little bit more and you're getting that nice cooked egg smell, which is the thing that we want. Make sure it's even though. Get all the way down. Perfect. That's probably good.
Yeah.
You can put a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're gonna add, do you want ham or turkey?
Ham.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same thing. You want to kind of break up these little cubes and just lay it all the way down, all the way across.
Okay. So when you do it burrito style, do you end up putting less in or?
No, it's still the
Still
same
about the
amount.
same.
It's just where you put it.
Okay.
Because you'll see when we do. Oh, that cheese is starting to burn. I can smell it.
Oh
Okay, so we're gonna all the way around the edges. Now I'm gonna do one fold, and then you're gonna do the other. Okay.
I mean that is an
So-
idea.
So I took my silicone spatula, I swept it all the way around the side, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna flip it. Oh geez, we overloaded it. That's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work.
It's gonna work.
We're gonna make it work.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh god.
So you see, you just take it and you just fold it all the way.
I feel like I have no hope.
All right. Second fold is all you, and then we're gonna flip it.
All right. So I'm gonna
Hold
fold.
the pan,
I'm gonna hold the pan.
and you're gonna flip it.
Oh
Good.
god.
Fold it. Fold it in. Fold it in.
It's in. It's in. Oh, it's bleeding out the sides.
All right. So take. You saw how I did it with the other side. We're gonna
Yeah.
take it and we're gonna try and just let it cook back right on top. So this is a huge omelet. We stuffed it a little too
That
much,
is. Yeah.
but that's okay.
massive.
It's gonna be okay.
Did you drop something on a burner?
Yeah, a little bit of cheese got on the burner. All right. So, will you grab my other spatula?
Yes.
We're gonna take it one on
Oh,
either
wait.
side.
This one?
No, either one.
Okay.
We're gonna take it one on either side, and we're just gonna go. Bloop.
All right.
So we got a little scared, and we let it sit a little bit too long, but that's okay, because it still is gonna taste good. No problem. You do need to keep an eye on the chat. Yes, don't forget the cheese, please. Don't worry, Miss Peggy, we got the cheese. And we're gonna let it cook all the way through. See, that wasn't so hard, right?
Ah, that's good.
So, you know how to test the doneness of a steak, right?
Yes.
Do you actually?
Yeah. You cut it open, and then you taste it. And if you get sick, the steak is not done.
No, there's a better way.
There's.
So, for anyone who watched my steak episode, you know my trick, well, like everybody's trick, pinch your fingers together. So if you've got your forefinger and your thumb and you touch here, that's medium rare, rare, medium well is the like tenderness
Oh.
of your thumb. Have you ever felt
Okay.
that? So see, like push all the way in when you do that. See how it's kind of squishy, and then do it with your pinky. Feel how it's firm.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's how you tell the doneness of a steak.
Okay.
Sort of similar with an omelet. So see how it's still kind of squishy on the inside?
Uh-huh.
That means there's a lot of liquid egg in there still. So we want to let it sit, but we don't want to let it burn, which is why my heat is on low, medium low. Although one side of this already got just a little bit more done, but that's okay. It's still going to taste good. We've got a lot of stuff in this omelet. You'll notice the edges are a little bit dirty, but that's okay. That's just because we got a little ambitious with it. And we used a pan that was maybe not the biggest. I was debating between this or my other pan, my 2-inch deep one, but it's harder to get like the fold all the way because it doesn't round at the corners like this one does. So I made the call in a smaller pan. I probably should have been the one to say, hey, let's split up the eggs half and half. But you know what? We learned. It's fine. So since this is going to be serving 2 people, I'm going to cut it in half. That's what I love about eggs, is that you can, like, with a spatula.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's egg or cheese. That's definitely egg.
It's egg.
Yeah, that's not cheese. Wow, look at the little sandwiches.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of do. Pixel's been walking in and out because she loves eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
Are eggs good for dogs?
Yeah.
Can she eat eggs?
Mm-hmm. Eggs are really good for their coats. The whites make them shiny.
My cousin has a dog. Really likes grapes.
Grapes
Should
are not
eat
good for
grapes.
dogs. Grapes are not good for dogs. It's the seeds that are bad for them. It can make them immunocompromised.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. You want to flip it?
Yeah.
So on either side, just tilt it. Yeah. Good job. So we flip the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're doing such a good job. You seem much less nervous this time.
Well, yeah, eggs don't pop as much as other foods, and that's what really freaks me out is like oil popping and getting on me and like burning me. And it's real unpleasant.
Will you hold that?
Yes.
We're gonna plate. And there we go. Okay. Oh, did it get on? Just, I'm sorry, honey. Here you go. I'm gonna wash my hands. It's okay. Okay. You can set those aside for a second. Because we are gonna get started on, that's still gonna be hot. I'm gonna wait, let that cool down. We're gonna whip the crud out of these next eggs. Where'd my bowl go? Woo! There you go. Hold up. I'm gonna wipe off the rim so that we don't get raw eggs everywhere. We're gonna whip these until they're nice and peaked and foamy.
Oh. By hand?
No, because that's gonna take a while. We're gonna do it in my blender.
Awesome.
Or not my blender.
That's it.
Not my blender, yeah, in my super wonderful electric mixer. So we're gonna do the same thing, which means I don't need this. You totally should have done the electric slide in the background, because I heard that. I think that was amazing. All right, so since this is going to double in volume, we're only gonna do 3.
Oh. Wow, that double in volume, that's a lot.
Yes. It's gonna get real big and fluffy. All right, you're going to put the spices in.
I'm going to do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of cayenne.
Okay.
And oregano.
Yes.
Yes.
Where's my spoon? Hold on, I have it. There it is. Yeah, that's the cayenne. And then I'll grab the oregano. Really good. God, I love oregano. Okay. Alright, so I've got the eggs in there,
Okay.
and then we're going to set this on medium until it's really, really, really foamy. Okay. So you're going to watch that and tell me when it starts getting like peaked.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm going to clear away my station because, oh my goodness, it's starting to get crowded and I don't like a crowded workstation.
It's starting to bubble.
Yeah. We're going to do turkey in this one. So I'm going to start dicing up my tomatoes, but they're only a garnish, so we're not going to go crazy with that.
So are there any alternatives if someone doesn't have a mixer?
Yeah, you can do it by hand. You absolutely can do it by hand. It would just take a long time. It's a really good shoulder workout though. So if you want like big buff shoulders, whip it by hand. We're almost there.
Wow. This is really cool. I don't think I've ever had like whipped omelets before.
I never have either, and I have never made them. But I, again, have watched lots and lots of videos, and I'm like, that looks delicious, I want to try that. So I do this thing where sometimes I just want to cook something. I don't necessarily want to eat it, I just want to make it. So like, sometimes I'll make a pie, just because I like to make pies, but I won't eat the pie, I just like cooking it. Which I know is like a weird thing. So when I saw these, I was like, man, that looks like fun to make. I want to make those. And
But you don't want to eat them.
no, I mean, I'm going to eat it because that's going to be my serving. I mean, well, we're all going to share the omelets, so it's not really a big deal. For this one, I am going to get out my bigger pan to cook in.
Okay.
Because it's going to puff up a lot.
Okay. So it's looking almost done. Kind of like a whipped cream before it gets to like full whipped creaminess.
We're going to flip it just a little bit longer, but that's just about where I want it to be.
It's a lot of air.
Yes, that's what we're going for. So, have you seen those videos where they make those super puffed up pancakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same idea behind
Okay.
this.
We should make those.
I would love to make those. I need to get a ring mold, but yeah, I totally want to make those giant puffy, like Japanese pancakes. Okay, so we've successfully aerated our eggs. They should be super, super, super whipped. Since there's egg yolk in this, it's not going to peak the way egg whites would if you whip it, but this is where we want it to be. So we're going to wait until this gets just a little bit hotter, and then we're going to pour it in, and then we're going to watch the magic happen. It straight up, like in all the videos I watched, it looks like a pancake, like a really big pancake.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to try this. It might work, it might not. I don't know.
Let's see.
I've never made this before. I'm also really bad about not eating the ingredients.
Are we not supposed to eat the ingredients?
It's okay if you've been eating them. I eat them all the time.
I've definitely been eating the ingredients.
Alright, that's nice and toasty. Like a big old pancake. And we're gonna treat it just the same way as the last one. We're gonna let it cook. We're
Like
gonna
a triangle?
No, we're gonna fold it like a taco.
Okay.
So
you could put it on like
we're
half.
putting it on one half, yeah. So we're gonna do mushrooms because they're delicious. And we're gonna do bell peppers and onions because those are also delicious. Gosh, I hope this works. Now for this one, like we just kind of went over, we're putting our veggies and stuff on half. Because we're just gonna flip it in half.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're doing turkey on that one. Do you want to put the turkey in?
Yeah.
You want to put the cheese? So I saw this kind of omelet done on, baby, what's that channel with those two guys who cook in New York?
Brothers Green.
Brothers Green. I don't know them. They didn't reach out to me to do this. No one's sponsoring anybody, I promise. But I saw them, they did like a whole egg episode where they were like, here's all the cool things you can do with eggs and how to cook them. And this was one of them. And I was like, that looks amazing. I'm gonna make that. And so now we are. Yay! It does smell really good. It smells amazing. Yeah, Pixel keeps walking in and is like, hey mommy, what are you cooking? Can I have some? So I'm gonna make sure that it's all cooked around here. We're gonna let it sit for just a little bit longer.
So about how many minutes should we let it sit?
Every stovetop is different.
Okay.
You want it at a little under medium heat for, say maybe 2 minutes aside. 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, because eggs cook pretty fast. Like you'll notice it's already starting to bubble, so we're gonna fold it in just a little bit. Eggs cook real fast, so 2 to 3 minutes or so. Flip it, make sure the inside's cooked all the way, and then boom, you're done. But it also depends on how hot your stove gets and how long it maintains that heat. So I have an electric stove. My parents had a gas stove. Oh my god, it looks so good. It straight up looks like a pancake.
It looks just like a pancake.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm gonna tag that other channel in this and let them know that I tried their thing. Look at that.
Kind of looks like a pancake, yeah.
Just
No fun.
it looks like a pancake. It straight up is a pancake.
No, I bet it don't taste like a pancake.
That's so cool. I'm so pleased with this.
That's really neat.
This is like the level of excitement I had when the corn dogs worked. Because this is like real exciting for me.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
do you want to flip it?
No. No, it looks so good. I'm gonna ruin it. I can't. Like,
We have
the
three more
joy.
eggs. If we mess it up, we can do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Cause like the joy on your face, like,
You don't want to ruin that.
no, I don't want to be the one to.
All right.
You know what? I'll put the second one, cause I'll put the second one.
Okay.
Just, you look so happy. I also have to kind of blow my nose. So I'm just gonna.
Just like real sly, get off camera.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna push you to here. And we go flip. Oh no!
Oh no.
I stabbed it!
Oh.
Oh, I ruined the beautiful softness of it. I'm a monster. It looks really good, but there's like a little stab mark from my spatula. Dang it! It's okay, it's fine. It's still gonna taste good.
Yeah, it still looks really awesome. And if you flip it to the other side, you won't even see that part.
That's true. That's such a good point. I'm just gonna plate it with the stab mark upside down. Oh, it looks so good.
So I see that you're like softly caressing it with the spatula. Does that?
It's to test the doneness.
Oh, okay.
So I'm testing the pressure of it.
Got it.
So here,
That you were
you'll
like
see what I mean.
easing it
No.
into like.
So real gentle like a paintbrush. So
like a paintbrush.
yeah, like you're painting it. So you feel how it's still kind of squishy on the inside.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about with like how you tell the doneness of a steak. You kind of push into it.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. I'm seeing how cooked it is. But I mean, since I freaking stabbed it, you can see it on the inside where it's still very clearly not cooked. And I'm so sorry that I stabbed you, perfect omelet. I didn't mean to.
I mean, maybe that's just like another technique for testing doneness is
It's stabbing it.
putting a little hole in it.
Stabbing your beautiful creation.
Yeah.
But like, it looks so even and uniform, and I bet it's gonna be so light and fluffy, and I'm so excited to eat it. I love when food works. Like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when I try a thing for the first time and it doesn't mess up, that's like the best thing on the planet for me. And I've never tried this before, and I really had wanted to make it a thing, and it is, and I'm so happy. Okay.
Awesome.
Can we hold this?
Yes.
And we're gonna put the stab mark on the bottom so that I don't show that I messed up my beautiful perfect omelet.
Of course.
Get off! Get off! That's another reason why you don't want to use these deep pans because it's way harder to plate. Okay, so for the garnish, you can grab the other plate too.
Okay.
We're gonna just sprinkle some tomatoes on top. If you guys watched my, what was that one brunch thing I made with Jerry? The Eggs Benedict episode. You can sprinkle hollandaise sauce on this because eggs two ways are amazing. Or some people put ketchup on an omelet. I don't understand that because I don't like ketchup.
But you're gonna put tomatoes on your omelet?
Yeah, it's like a Southwest omelet. And then sprinkle some more cheese on top because who doesn't love cheese?
Cheese.
And that's it. And we did it. How was making omelets?
It was hard. But I liked it. I can't wait to try it out because
Yeah?
they smell really good.
Are you gonna try and recreate it at home? Is that a no?
I might try to recreate this
The
one.
fluffy one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That looks really good.
Yeah, and it turned out well. I'm so happy about that. All right, everybody. Well, we're gonna go eat this. I'll take pictures and post them on the social medias. So go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is Kin Kitchen Live. I will be posting this on the website soon. I know I've been kind of slacking on the website. If you guys have been on there, I've just been like crazy busy, and this puppy is like a little human baby just with 4 legs and more fur. But anyway, I will see you guys. Thank you, watchers. I'm reading the comments right now. I see them coming up. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait to see how your omelets turned out. Go ahead and post your pictures too and tag me in them because I like to see when you guys do stuff too. It makes me real happy. That's the whole point of the show, is for like you guys to learn how to cook as well. From the safety of your own home and sometimes your friend's home if you're a guest cook on my show. Hopefully next week, if not next week, then the week after, I will have everything ready to give you guys more dynamic shots, so we're not just going to be stuck to this single view. You guys will actually be able to see what I'm doing on that side of the counter instead of just being like, I wonder what she's doing, and me having to like walk it out to the camera and then walk it back. But thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you're seeing, go to patreon.com/KinKitchenLive and check out my really cool rewards for you guys, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.